Hello friends, welcome to the Java programming next video from Go for eLearning. In this video, we will see how to use jump statements, which is another type of control statements in Java. So, jump statements are used to interrupt the normal flow of program. In Java, jump statements are mainly used to transfer control to another part of our program depending on the conditions. These statements are very useful from the programmer's view because these statements allow alteration of the flow of execution of the program. These statements can be used to jump directly to the other statements, and these statements can be skip a specific statement and so on. So, Java supports three jump statements. They are first break statement, that is simple or label type. Second one is continue statement, and third one is return statement. First, we will discuss about break statement. If we want to go out of a loop, then we use a break statement. If we use a break statement in a loop, then execution will continue with the immediate next statement outside the loop. And after a break, all the remaining statements in the loop are skipped. The break statement can be used in a while loop, for loop, do while loop, and in a switch case. We can also use the break statement with a label. The break statement is used when we want to transfer the flow of control from an inner loop to an outer loop. But when we want the flow of control to exit the outer loop, then we use a label break statement. A label break statement is somehow similar to the go-to statement of C and C++. A statement can be labeled as follow: first label name and for loop statement, and then we use break statement along with the label as break and label name. Now let's see the example how break statement works. In the following example, which prints numbers from 1 to 5 can be terminated without completing the 5 iterations by using a break statement. So if we see for loop which iterates from 1 to 5 and prints the number I before the break and after the break statement. And also after for loop we are printing the message for loop completed. Now let's run the program. So here is the output. So how it works? I value is initialized with 1 and it will print I value before break as well as after the break condition because this condition is not satisfied. Now I value is increased to 2 and break condition is again false, so it will print I value before as well as after the break statement. Now I value increased to 3. Here first it will print before and I value message, and then condition is evaluated. Now condition becomes true and break statement is also called, which terminates, or we can say stop, the for loop, and it goes directly to the next statement after the for loop. Means it prints for loop completed. Please note that the code below that break statement will not be executed and goes directly to the next statement after the for loop. So this is simple break statement example which we have discussed, and regarding labeled break statement example, please watch my previous video control statements for loop. Now we'll talk about continue statements. The continue keyword is used mainly with loops when we do not want to execute some statements, then we use our continue statements to skip those statements to execute. So this program shows the use of continue statement. Here I value is iterated from 1 to 10. Now first I value is initialized to 1, then variable odd or even condition is evaluated, which is false. So continue will not be called. So next statement executes, that prints the value of I, which is 1. Next, I become 2, then condition is evaluated, which is true. So continue will be called. This will cause the control to go back to the for loop increment statement. In this case, print statement, which is after the continue, will not be executed. Then after increment I value and I value become 3, then these iteration continue until I becomes 10 and prints the rest of output, that is 3, 5, 7 and 9. Because in that case continue statement will not be executed and control goes to the next statement, which will print odd value of variable I. So this is all about continue statement. And third, we will discuss about jump statement, that is return statement. This statement is mainly used in methods in order to terminate a method in between and return back to the caller method. This is an optional statement, that is, even if a method does not include a return statement, control returns back to the caller method after execution of the method. The return statement immediately terminates the method in which it is executed, and the data type of the return value should always be equal to the data type of the method's declared return value. Now let's discuss this Java program, which will give more detail about return statement. After this line is executed, the return statement is called, which will be prevent this line from executing. That is why we see only before the return in this output. We cannot call return statement in the middle of the method body without having a if condition. If there is no if condition, return will be always called. So this statement will never be executed. The Java compiler detects this scenario and show a compilation error, unreachable statement. To prevent that error, we put an if condition, but ensure that it will be always true. So this is all about jump statement. I hope you understand the basic concept of jump statements and hope you like this video. So thank you for watching and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.